The excretory system is the system of an organism's body that performs the function of excretion, the bodily process of discharging wastes. The excretory system is responsible for the elimination of wastes produced by homeostasis.
In case of multicellular organisms, specialized organs are evolved to perform excretion. Excretion in human beings. The chief organ that is involved in excretion is kidneys. The excretory system of human beings consists of 1. A pair of kidneys, right kidney and left kidney. 2. A pair of ureters, right ureter and left ureter. 3. A urinary bladder. 4. A urethra. Kidneys are located in the abdomen on either side of the backbone. Kidney is a basic filtration unit. It consists of very thin-walled blood capillaries. Each capillary cluster is associated with cup-shaped end of a tube that collects filtered urine. Each kidney has large number of filtration units called nephrons packed close together. The waste products are nitrogenous wastes that are collected from the blood in the form of urine. The produced urine passes through ureters into urinary bladder. The urine is stored in the urinary bladder and the urine is released to outside through urethra. Now let us learn how urine is produced. The process of urine formation takes place in 3 steps. 1. Filtration. 2. Reabsorption. 3. Secretion. Filtration. The nitrogenous wastes, such as urea, uric acid, are removed from blood in the kidneys. The process of urine formation takes place in nephron. Reabsorption. Some substances like glucose, amino acids, salts, and major water, which are filtered along with nitrogenous waste, are reabsorbed. The amount of water reabsorbed depends on excess water and dissolved waste along with wastes. Secretion. Reabsorbed components of wastes are secreted into the blood when the urine flows through the tubular part of nephron in the kidney. Mechanism of urination. The urine formed in kidney enters into a lung tube called ureter. The one end of the ureter is connected to kidney and the other end is connected to urinary bladder. The urine is stored in the urinary bladder until the pressure of urinary bladder leads to urge to pass urine. When it reaches the pressure to urge to pass it, urine passes out through urethra. How can we hold urine until it reaches to the urge to pass urine? As the urinary bladder is muscular and it is under the control of nervous system, we can usually control to urge to urinate. The process of passing out urine is called as urination.
Skin. Skin is one of the accessory excretory organs in man. It is richly supplied with blood vessels. As the blood flows through them, certain waste products like water, salts, etc. diffuse out from the blood into the sweat glands. These waste products leave out of the body through sweat pores in the skin. lungs. Lungs act as an excretory organ as it helps in eliminating carbon dioxide. Liver. Liver is the largest gland present in the human body. It helps in excretion in the following ways. It converts harmful amino acids into harmless urea by deamination and detoxification. It forms bilirubin and biliverdin from the hemoglobin of dead erythrocytes. It helps in the excretion of various toxic substances where they are changed to non-toxic ones called as cholesterol and certain vitamins like vitamin C.
One of the most common diseases in the excretory system is the kidney stones. Kidney stones are small, hard mineral deposits that form inside your kidney that are made up of minerals and acid salts.
Here are the signs and symptoms if you have stones in your kidneys. Vomiting or nausea. You may feel sick to your stomach and may vomit due to the larger kidney stones that are trapped in the narrow ureter. Painful urination. The stones may become trapped in the ureter, can cause painful urination. Bloody or smelly urine. Larger stones may become trapped in the narrow ureter. The urine may look pink, red, or brown. Frequent urination is the need to urinate more than you normally would. The urge can strike suddenly and can cause you to lose control of your bladder. It can feel uncomfortable, like your bladder is extremely full. A urinary tract infection or UTI is a common cause of frequent urination. Back or side aches. Back pain can affect people of any age. It is significantly more common among adults between 35 and 55 years.
Most kidney stones won't require invasive treatment. You may be able to pass a small stone by drinking water. Drinking as much as 2 to 3 quarts a day may help flush out your urinary system. Unless your doctor tells you otherwise, drink enough fluid, mostly water, to produce clear and nearly clear urine.
Kidney disease is the 8th leading cause of death in the United States. An estimated 31 million people in the United States have chronic kidney disease, also known as CKD. Patients with CKD have 2 treatment options, a kidney transplant or dialysis. However, there are more than 90,000 people on the waiting list per year for a kidney transplant, so the chances of an individual receiving a transplant are very slim. Under those circumstances, most CKD patients must receive dialysis. There are 2 types of dialysis, hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis. But what is hemodialysis?
Hemodialysis is one kind of dialysis which usually is performed in a center. And hemo means blood, so it's blood dialysis. A small amount of your blood is taken out of your body at one time and put through a filter and cleaned and put back in, and that's done over and over a period of 3 to 4 hours, usually 3 times a week. In order to get the blood, you have to have a way to access the bloodstream, and the most common way that's done is something in your arm under the skin, either something called a fistula.
And it does require placing needles into this access. 2 needles are required, one to take the blood out of the body so that it goes through the machine and through the filter, and then a needle to return the blood to the body after it's been cleansed.
With that in mind, what is peritoneal dialysis?
We have a membrane called the peritoneal membrane. It is a lining of our abdominal cavity, and fortunately we can use that peritoneal membrane as a filter.
And the peritoneal dialysis is where you have a catheter in your abdominal cavity and where you do something called an exchange, where you put some fluid in your belly, let it dwell for a little bit, and then you drain it out. And as you drain it out, that takes out all the waste products and some fluid along with it.
Do you smoke?
No.
Why?
good for our health.
Do you drink alcohol?
Yes.
Why?
For fun.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't. Never found it.
Do you drink?
Sometimes. Pag may event na ako.
Do you drink? No. Why? Hintay ko pa maging 8. Do you smoke? No. Why? It's unhealthy.
Do you smoke? Why?
Actually, sa family namin, wala po kaya
Do you drink alcohol? Why?
kasi hindi po ako pinabayagan ng father.
Umiinom po ba kayo ng alak?
Moderate lang po.
Why moderate?
Because for fun lang. Parang mag-celebrations lang po. Tapos po, parang medyo iniiwasan lang din po kasi nasa lahi po namin.
Nagsisigarilyo po kayo? Bakit?
I don't like cigarettes. Dahil lang din po. Siguro sa family history.
Do you smoke? Why? What's the reason?
Try lang.
Tinigil mo. Bakit?
Braces.
Alright. Do you drink alcohol? Why?
For fun?
Do you smoke?
No.
Why?
It's bad for your health kasi I believe.
Do you drink
Alcohol?
alcohol?
No. It's not a regular thing for me.
Do you smoke?
I
Bakit?
simply because una po sa lahat. Wala po kasing magandang health benefit yung pagsismoke. So, ayun.
Do you drink alcohol?
A little occasion.
Why?
Because it's part of social interaction po. Kailangan po natin makibagay po sa ano pong nasa paligid natin. So, ayun.
Hi ma'am. Do you smoke? Why?
I have a heart ailment. I intend not to. And my mom and dad also did not practice.
Do you drink alcohol?
Occasionally,
Why?
to be perfectly honest, I also don't drink, but I learned how to because there are some instances wherein guests would invite and it's hard to say no. But just like Tanduay Ice.
Bad day at work, kids running you ragged, worried about your finances. It's no wonder that stress relief is at the forefront of your mind at the end of the day. The problem is, when our alarm goes off the next morning, we're often reminded of why instinctively reaching for the bottle at the end of a hard day could be doing you more harm than good. Many of the short-term problems of drinking too much alcohol too often can be felt almost immediately. You might find you sleep badly because even a glass or two of alcohol a night can cause you to miss out on the important first stage of sleep, meaning you sleep more lightly and can wake up feeling exhausted. Alcohol also contains a lot of calories, 7 calories a gram in fact, so you may start gaining weight. There's also what's going on inside. First of all, there's your liver. Regularly drink over the daily unit guidelines and you are likely to damage your liver, causing it to become inflamed, even scarred. And yet, when your liver is damaged, you generally won't know about it until things get serious. Regularly drinking too much increases your risk of developing many serious illnesses, including cancer. Alcohol is the second biggest risk factor for cancer after smoking. Regularly drinking too much also increases the risk of high blood pressure, which is one of the most important risk factors for having a heart attack or stroke. All of this can be a bit alarming, but just by cutting back your drinking and not regularly exceeding the government's daily unit guidelines of 2 to 3 units for women and 3 to 4 for men, you'll soon start to see the benefits. First of all, you'll sleep better. You'll feel better and be more productive in your work and your life in general. And you'll be looking healthier and losing weight because you'll be consuming less calories. Plus, you'll know that for all the effects that you can see, as a result of drinking less, your long-term health prospects will also be much improved. So, those are the main effects of alcohol on your body.
What are the preventions needed to be done to avoid having kidney diseases? In terms of prevention, there are different kinds of prevention as per kind of disease. Pero, in the general population, ang sinasuggest natin is to be aware, of course, first of your background. Kasi it's important na alam mo yung background mo. For example, if you have, or if nag-run sa family na may renal failure. For example, lolo mo namatay due to renal failure at the age of, let's say, 60. Tapos, parents mo as of the moment at the age of 60 also acquired that certain disease. So, it's a lifestyle disease, of course, non-communicable. Pero, you have to take into consideration yung genetics part. So, in terms of prevention, in general, yung diet natin na eat fresh, mo baba. So, everything in moderation, in balance, and in variety. When we say eat a rainbow of food, huwag kang kakain ng Skittles. Eat a rainbow of food means yung naturally occurring food natin. In some aspects ngayon sa nutrition practice, why are we promoting plant-based nutrition or yung more dependent sa plant-based kesa sa animal sources ng protein? Kasi in general, mas mababa ang sodium content ng plants kesa sa animals. At the same time, mababa plant sources, cholesterol-free. So, yung chances of developing lifestyle diseases, so to speak, later on, ay may mas napapababa. Ayan.
What are the most common excretory diseases here in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, most common excretory diseases, pinakamarami ang cases sa kidneys. Yung sa part na excretory diseases sa kidneys. If I'm not mistaken, kasama sa top 5 causes of mortality among Filipinos ang kidney diseases in general.
Do you think our country has all the needed medications and enough specialists for people who are suffering from excretory diseases?
I don't think na meron tayo enough professionals na nagsaspecialize sa renal diseases or sa excretory diseases. Why? I'll give you an example. For professionals like me, dietitians, as of now, we have 18,000 more or less na registered nutritionist dietitians sa Philippines. Start yun from before pa ako pinanganak. So, ibang dietitians, of course, retired na. Yung iba, wala na. Yung iba, nagpa-practice sa ibang bansa. So, kahit na meron tayong specialist, pero nagpa-practice siya sa ibang bansa. So, hindi Filipinos yung nagbe-benefit from yung pagiging dalubhasa ng mga professional natin. And of course, doctors, syempre, we have specialty hospitals for certain diseases. Hindi ganun kadami yung nagpo-focus dun sa specialization na yun.
Is there a high chance of survival for people who are suffering kidney diseases, especially those who have lupus nephritis?
For any disease, more so I'm talking about nutrition therapy, there is a high chance na ma-delay natin yung progression ng diseases. That's the case for most diseases. Ang goal natin, if not totally ma-eliminate, for example, yung mga diseases na hindi na siya quote-unquote nagagamot talaga, irreversible diseases. Yun. Hindi natin siya, or hindi natin inaalis yung possibility na mapabuti pa syempre yung status ng patients natin. Ang gusto natin, mapabagal yung progression. For example, sa renal patients, if you have, or in terms of nutrition therapy, if tama yung binibigay na diet, tama sa pangangailangan ng pasyente, of course, madedelay natin yung pagkakaroon ng pagkakaroon ng complications. Yeah, that's the right.
What will happen if the kidney stones are disregarded and were not taken into medication immediately?
Ang kidney stones, meron kasi iba-ibang sources yan, no? Depende sa type of mineral. Of course, if you have what they call na calcium, or calcium ang majority ng minerals na deposit sa kidney stone, tapos hinayaan lang, as a dietitian, for example, syempre, pag ang calcium yung nagkukos ng kidney stone, medyo babawasan natin yung calcium sa diet. Ngayon, pag hindi siya naagapan, of course, instead of medications lang, possibly, yung mas invasive type ng therapy or yung mas invasive type ng medications yung mangyayari. Some would go to surgeries or the likes, or if ever sa stones, dahil nga barado, of course, magkakause yun ng pain dun sa patient, and of course, kumbaga, nakaklog niya yung stone. So, aside sa pain, hindi din nakakadaloy ng maayos yung, or hindi nakakapag-function ng fully yung ating system.
Based on the mortality and morbidity rate of the people suffering from excretory diseases, what do you think are the impacts of these diseases in our society today?
Syempre, yung impact ng such diseases sa ating society, if you have a population if you have certain population, lalo na kung working population yan, tapos magkakaroon sila ng certain diseases, tapos instead of being able to work na 100%, yung certain population natin, kumbaga since hindi sila makaka-function ng 100%, so yung doon na pumapasok yung epekto niya sa economy, kasi Philippines is much dependent sa ating workforce, kasi since malaking population, so kumbaga mas nagiging strength yun ng ating bansa. So, pag hindi sila healthy, in general, hindi healthy yung population, hindi sila nakapag-function ng maayos, economy-wise. So, since hindi sila nakakuha ng maayos na work, so, napapadpad sa low income, poverty strikes, and another cycle will begin, aside dun sa ideal cycle natin, of course.
Advice niyo po sa mga suffer sa mga kidney. Kasi di ba mostly sa students, yung mga iinom, baka yung sa generation namin.
Don't worry, generation natin.
Generation po namin.
Yung mga umiinom, ganyan, party almost twice a week, hindi siya how do I put this? Kumbaga, yung lifestyle kasi, it's an investment na hindi mo pa ngayon makukuha. You will benefit from it in the long run. Kumbaga, pag nagtanim ka ng seed ngayon, hindi naman yan ngayon tutubo. Kumbaga, kapag nagtanim ka ng seed, kailangan mo yung aalagaan mo, ganyan, para maayos or maging beneficial siya. So, of course, cut down yung drinking sa mga umiinom. Kasi alcohol affects yung ating system. Kumbaga, ang alcohol hindi siya naturally occurring, di ba? So, lahat ng hindi naturally occurring, hindi kilala ng katawan natin or hirap yung katawan nating makilala siya. Kumbaga, alien yun para sa kanya. So, wag na natin pahirapan yung system na nag-ingest tayo ng things like that para hindi siya magkakaroon ng bad effects sa atin. In terms of smoking naman, for example, di ba, yung smoke, nasa paligid natin. Ayaw natin siyang pumasok sa katawan. So, when you smoke, you are taking in more than yung nasa paligid natin. Kumbaga, chemicals yun na can damage unang-una sa lahat yung pinaka-possible maapektuhan yung lungs natin, pati yung ating mga veins, yung mga ugat sa katawan, arteries, na pag humupok yun, ang system natin, meron ang kidneys, for example, meron yan veins and arteries sa loob. So, doon nagkakaroon ng tendency or ng possibility na nasisira yung system natin. Kumbaga, humupok siya. Ayun.